Hi there guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to farm resource extraction sites for specifically bounty hunting. The first part of the video will be to actually find res sites. We're currently in a station, but what we need to do to find these res sites, which is not guaranteed but it gives you a good chance, is to go into the system map and look for these gas giants with these rings. Anyway, so what we're kind of looking for is on the left down here. We're looking for where it says common reserves. It could be major or pristine. If it says there's none, then there's probably no res sites there. And ideally we could do with a nearby station, so we can basically trade in our bounties. So the first thing to do, let's go and have a look and see if there's anything much there. So let's have a look what we've got here. Looking through on this, we found a couple here. If there could be a couple more, because it will only show if they're in range of 1000 LS. If they're over that range, they won't be displayed. We do definitely have got a station here, which is okay. I think it's on a different place, on a different planet, but it's okay. So we are, for bounty hunting, we're kind of looking for high intensity resource extraction sites, mainly because of the amount of ships we want to blow up. Res sites are usually pretty good for bounty hunting because you can pick and choose your targets. You don't want to have any cargo on board because the pirates will start attacking you. You sometimes want to not be attacked because there could be a large group of them, or that your shields are going down a bit, so you may want to be left alone for a bit. So basically there's not much more we can do apart from getting there. It's basically the same principle as landing on a station or going to a USS. You basically want to fly up to it and keep the timer within 7. The only thing you want to note is that when you're flying against these gas giants, just before you get there, make sure you know where exactly it is, because sometimes the res site could be around the back of the planet, and if it's around the back it can make it quite awkward to get round. So definitely make sure when you get within a visible range you can work out roughly where it looks like. It's best if you can, but it's not always possible, if you can get on the top or bottom of the ring, and then you can sort of see where it is exactly. You can enter these rest points from either the bottom or the top of the ring, it doesn't really matter. Looks like we're getting there now. See what I mean? It's just this one's popped in because I've got within 1000 LS roughly. So I think I might try this one instead. With these resource extraction sites, it's usually considered good if you see around 3 around a planet, but if you see 4, it might be a very good place to try. But usually you will see 3. So still a little bit out. Getting there. So at this point we can't quite see the planet, so as we get a bit closer we should hopefully see it a bit easier. So again, we want to just keep your timer around the really kind of 8 to 9 second mark. 7's pushing it a bit because you might need a little bit more time just to work out where the res site is. Looking at this, it looks like it's on the right hand side of the ring. If you come in through like the bottom or top, you can sort of judge where it is a bit more easier. So definitely there, it looks like it's on the right, so it's quite easy to get to. So all we need to do is basically aim at it as like normal. Gotta watch my time here, it seems to have gone to 6, but hopefully I'll be okay with it. We want to get into 1 again, so we're getting there now. You can see on the left our alignment thing is coming up and we're meeting all the requirements. It's exactly the same as coming out of fast travel or fast cruise travel, whatever. So nearly there now. Right. So we're finally at our high intensity resource extraction site. What we want to do is kind of find a good instance. A good instance is one which has kind of Imperial Clippers, dropships and Pythons. If we find we can constantly get Sidewinders, Adders, Vipers, Eagles and Cobras, then it's probably not a great instance. If we find that, the best thing to do is basically exit this game to the main menu and just go back in again. Usually this will create a new instance as long as there's not somebody else there. If you find somebody else at the same place and you want to make a new instance, the only thing you can do is kind of switch to solo, or unless both of you leave the area and come back in. Yeah, you may find it takes a couple of times to find a good instance, maybe a couple of more. But once you find them dropships, Clippers and Pythons, you know you're on a pretty good one. Usually you can make around the 200,000 mark per kill on them ships, so you can easily rack up a couple of million pretty easy. If you've got a small ship and you can't really take on them ships, usually there will be coppers who return up and they will aggro the pirate ships for you. And once they've done that, yes, you can see in the background there's something going on there. You can just basically do a little bit of hull damage once they've sort of finished them, got their shields out and more or less finished them off for you, and you will get part of the bounty for it, and also you will get some of the points for your combat rating. This way it makes it quite easy to just pick and choose your targets. I mean, in high intensity conflict zones, you tend to have to deal with a lot of ships all at the same time, and this can quickly overwhelm you. In here you can basically pick who you like, and if you're not interested, just don't shoot them. As long as you don't have any cargo. If you bring cargo into a high risk point, the pirates will tend to attack you. As you see here, I've got a Clipper, it's deadly. You will find in the risk sites there are some ships that just won't swarm at all. Those are sort of like Anacondas, Fer-de-Lances and Orcas. A couple of ships like the Yass, the Type 6, 7 and 9 will kind of swarm here, but they will tend to never be pirates. I mean, sometimes you can see them wanted just because they've attacked somebody or done something they shouldn't, but you will probably find you only get about 200 or 300 credit bounty for them. Ideally, like I said, you're looking for them big ships, and basically just keep doing it until you find it. And I find this is a very, very quick way of getting your combat rating up, and relatively safe ways too. The Needle-Eye Station is great as well, because when you kind of feel that your ships needs refueling and restocking, you can go straight over there, cash in your bounties, and then come back and repeat the process. Hopefully guys, that's helped you farm res points. I know there's different intensities of it, low and normal, but I suggest for combat reasons stay around the high intensity ones. Well guys, hopefully that's helped you. Stay safe and have fun.